Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Reign of Horror, and I've gotten some sleep. I have been able to collect my thoughts a little bit, because if you saw the video I uploaded last night, I uploaded it in the heat of the moment. I just recorded myself immediately after watching Wrestlemania, and yeah, that's kind of why it went a bit crazy there. But I had some time to think. I watched Wrestlemania one more time, and yeah, I feel I should talk about Wrestlemania, talk a little bit more closely about what I saw in Wrestlemania. I retitled the video I uploaded last night to First Impressions, First Reactions or something, and yeah. But I feel it's time for time to talk a little bit about the Mania itself. Because I collected my thoughts a little bit, and now we're on. Okay, first of all, I did watch the pre-show, even though I said I wasn't going to. Or, sort of. I didn't really watch the pre-show, I just sort of had it on in the background while I was waiting for Mania to start. In the meantime, I watched something else. But from what I could tell, apparently I was right with what I thought was going to happen with the tag team match. It ended up with what was the name? Oh yeah, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro retaining their championship. Didn't really surprise me, honestly. First of all, to the pre-show. Second of all, it's yeah, they just won the championships. They weren't going to lose it that quickly. And besides, the New Day or Los Matadors were not going to win the championship, and the Uso just lost it, so I didn't see the point in changing it. So yeah, didn't really watch the match. I can't really say what I can think about it. The Battle Royal, it was a clusterfuck. They made a lot of people look bad, including the debut of Hideo Itami. The Ascension got a good run when they eliminated Mark Henry. And there was an interesting moment where Damien Sandow finally turned on The Miz, and then they got eliminated by the Big Show. Big Show wins. Good thing his career already has a good career behind him, being a former world champion and the U.S. champion, and I believe he was an Intercontinental champion. Don't quote me on that. And multiple tag team champion. So yeah, his career is not going to get crushed by this, unlike Cesaro. But yeah, don't care really. Let's just get on to the main point. Let's just get on to the main card. We started off with first started off with a musical segment, but we always start with a musical segment to begin. Someone who sings "America the Beautiful." Like, okay, sure. By the way, that's one of the things I really complained about, and I'll get to one specific match about that. But WWE, this was your very first WrestleMania that you show. This was the very first WrestleMania that you're showing globally on the WWE Network. Here's the thing: the WWE last year you launched the WWE Network and you had WrestleMania 30 on it. Problem was that the WWE Network was not available for everyone. It was only available in America, and even then, I think it was only the United States. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, yeah. So now you have this, and you still choose to sing "America the Beautiful." Just like, yeah, you're pissing off a lot of other countries for that. But anyway, we're starting off with the ladder match. It was an interesting showing. It was a nice match. I really enjoyed one spot There was two spots I really enjoyed. There was one where Luke Harper picked up Luke Harper picked up. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. Luke Harper picked up Dean Ambrose and gave him a powerbomb straight through a ladder. I knew someone was going through that ladder since it was set up on the barricade, but I was surprised that Dean Ambrose went through because he was my pick to win this match, even though I don't like Dean Ambrose. I was hoping Luke Harper or Bad News Barrett was going to win. I especially enjoyed when Bad News Barrett just did, and the other part I enjoyed was Bad News Barrett just bullhammering everyone. And I thought, okay, final. But then we got to Ziggler and Bryan. Bryan and Ziggler started headbutting each other like crazy, and that was... Huh? You guys really don't care about your health, do you? Anyway, down goes... Ziggler goes down. And Bryan picks up the championship and wins it. He doesn't need it, but fine. We'll see where this goes. I'm watching Raw next, so we'll see. Up next, we have, I believe they went directly to the Seth Rollins match. Yeah, Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. Really good match. Oh, by the way, there's two things I want to talk about the ladder match before I continue. Number one, there was one spot where Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose were in the ring, and the stream glitched up. I could hear the audio still going, but the picture was just a distorted picture of Ambrose and Ambrose and Harper. So yeah, weird. What's the other thing I want to go? Oh yeah, the ladder match. I felt it was too short. Really, I felt it was too short. It could have been a bit longer. But yeah, let's move on. Rollins and Orton. Again, good match. It was a good show. By the way, what the hell was Randy wearing? He was wearing these glove things with elbow pads and a red trunk. That was odd. That was really, really odd. But the match itself, it was good. It showcased a lot of things for both men. It was a good. It was some good spot. Though I have to admit, the finish was a bit weird. Like Seth Rollins goes to do the Phoenix Splash again that he did at the Royal Rumble, but he doesn't go all the way through with it because he sees Randy moving. Goes back, tries to do a curve stomp. Randy just pushes him up in the air and hits the RKO. I don't get it. Like, couldn't you just have done what you've done? Couldn't you just have done the Phoenix Splash and then the RKO out of nowhere? I mean, if Randy was going to win no matter what, you could have just had that. But alright, Randy won. I was worried that meant that Rollins wasn't going to cash in because he got hurt, but, well, I'm pretty sure you know what happened next, but I'll get to that. Next up, again, really surprised. Oh, by the way, Rollins and Orton, again, too short. I felt it could have been a bit longer. Either way, next up we have the Sting Triple H match. Again, really surprised. Third match. You couldn't have waited with this one until at least after the US Championship match? Alright. Okay, so we're doing Sting and Triple H. Sting comes out to this Japanese sort of music group before his music hits. By the way, Sting's music right now, boring as shit. Why couldn't he just use his old WCW theme? That has some atmosphere to it, except of the music he has right now, which is, yeah. Then you have Triple H. Arnold has been a big part of WrestleMania now, I have to say. I mean, he I mean, they host NXT in the Arnold Sports Center. Arnold gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, and now he does this little thing for the Terminator Genesis, I believe the name is sponsoring the WWE, sponsoring WrestleMania, and now we have a Terminator tribute in Triple H's ending, and we'll watch, and Arnold does a little thing for him as the Terminator, and then Triple H has this odd headpiece that makes him look like a Terminator general. And then he walks on, and the match begins. And I'm really surprised, really, because Sting does a lot of good stuff. It is a pretty good match, honestly. Sting and Triple H did put on a really good performance, both of them. I mean, I knew Triple H was going to do well, but Sting really surprised me. Of course, the match took a turn for the worse as time went on, because Sting started to get in control, and then he put Triple H in the Scorpion Deathlock. Triple H got to the ropes, and then he pulled him back into the Scorpion Deathlock again, and then the DX music hits, and out comes New Age Outlaws and X-Pac, and they distract Sting long enough for Triple H against him the upper hand, and out comes the NWO, which is Hogan, Hall, and Nash. Yeah, even though it was stated in the video package that Sting was not here to fight for WCW, we're getting a DX versus NWO thing. That was dumb. Seriously, that was really dumb. Anyway, the match continues. Sting starts getting the upper hand again, because I think he hits him with a Scorpion Death Drop. And then Shawn Michaels comes out and hits Sting with a sweet chin music. Triple H goes for a pin. 1, 2, kick out. So the match continues. Then they bring out the bat and the sledgehammer. Sting is able to bash through the sledgehammer with the bat. There's an all-out war on the outside, and then Sting goes for Stinger Splash, hits it, goes for a second Stinger Splash. Triple H gets the end of the sledgehammer that has the hammer on it, hits Sting in the face. 1, 2. Yeah. Even though it seemed pretty obvious that that Sting should have won that match, Triple H wins. A lot of people says that this is really stupid, considering that this is just Vince just putting it that WCW is terrible. Yeah, we know. You fucking bought that company years ago. It's over now. Sting's part of the WWE. He's not here to fight for WCW. He's here to beat Triple H. But that's not what happened. Now, I stated that I didn't have a problem with Triple H winning, and I still don't. What I have a problem with is all the interference. If Triple H was going to win, I felt that there should have been a one-on-one match that ended. Or you could have had Stephanie come out. I wouldn't have been fine with Stephanie coming out and maybe distracting Sting long enough for Triple H to hit a pedigree. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure a lot of people would have been angry about that too, but fuck you guys. No, in all seriousness, it's just, I'm a Triple H fan. So, if Triple H wins, I'm happy. But yeah, it's not that I don't like Sting, I do like Sting a lot. It's just, I don't know, I like Triple H. Either way, up next, what was next? Was it the, oh yeah, the musical segment. Bathroom break. So I go to the bathroom, come back, and the women's match starts. They really expect us to take a long ass shit, don't they? Well, so I went up and got some food and such. Started pouring my drinks again, and son of a bitch! I hate when that happens. I can't notice that the screen's going to black. But anyway, where was I going now? Yeah, women's match. I didn't really pay that much attention. The match was bleh. And when I watched it again, it still wasn't that good. It was okay, but though I'm happy that Paige and AJ won, and since AJ made Nikki tap out, I'm assuming this means we're gonna get a AJ versus Nikki title match next. That's the right thing to do, in my opinion. But yeah, not much to say about that match. It wasn't that good. But surprisingly, they did good match. They started off with good matches, and then and this match was the only one that was meh at the moment. Up next, I think they did the US title match next. Or did they? Yeah, they did the US title match next. The US title match. Like I said, this was the first time the WWE network was global. People from different countries, and they made a point to mention that, were watching around the world on the WWE network. So what do? You hold a freaking match that is Russia versus America, and you try to make us think America is great, America is the best country ever. I know this is an American company and you're in America, but this is just patronizing and it's awful. And I just thought, this is stupid. This is ridiculous. I did like Rusev's entrance. I mean, he comes out in to the Russian theme in a tank. A tank. That's awesome. Tanks, always awesome. Just wish he had used it. Maybe he could have beaten John Cena if he used that. But no, this was the big USA feel-good moment. Rusev threw everything he had on him. He got frustrated. Like, just put him in the Acolyte. That's how you beat. Just put him in the Acolyte. That's how you beat him the last time. Just put him in your damn camel clutch. But he just didn't do it. He just got frustrated. I can't beat this guy. I can't beat him. Put him in a damn finisher. That's how you beat him the last time, you idiot. But no. We got to a point where Rusev hit. By the way, there was a weird spot when Cena had him in the STF, and then Lana just threw a shoe into the ring. And apparently it did nothing because Rusev just was able to get to the ropes. I didn't get that. But yeah, Rusev runs to the ropes to try to hit Cena. He hits Lana. She falls to the rope. Cena is able to capitalize, picks him up on the shoulders, out of the adjustment. Your new United States champion. And Alexander Rusev's career is officially over. He's done. He didn't look strong here. He looked like a weakling. It doesn't seem like he looks like the big thing that's going to go. I feel that this is just the end of him. Goodbye. It was nice to see you on Wrestlemania. It'll be a last match. Goodbye. What next? Oh yeah, there was the big fucking segment where again they made a point to mention that this was global network launch, and it was Stephanie and Triple H talking shit, and Triple H talking crap to the audience, saying he beat Sting, therefore he beat you all. And then The Rock came out. For no apparent reason other than to defend the people. And apparently he doesn't hit women. Okay. I've always had a weird problem with that. It's just like, I thought you guys were up for equality, so if you're willing to hit a man, you should be able to hit a woman as well. Either nobody gets hit, or everybody gets hit. That's just my opinion. Where was I? Oh yeah, so The Rock goes out in the audience, and he finds Ronda Rousey, who I believe is an MMA fighter. Yeah, they say she's the queen of the octagon, so, yeah. MMA fighter. And she's apparently wearing this It's Over 9,000 t-shirt with a picture of Vegeta. For those of you who don't get that, that's a Dragon Ball Z reference. But yeah, that was kind of cool. Anyway, she gets in the ring, and you have this long, drawn-out point where they just stare at each other. Stephanie starts talking, saying, "Get the hell out of the ring." And then Triple H starts talking, then Rock drops the microphone, starts punching the shit out of Triple H. And then Triple H gets over to Ronda Rousey. She tosses him around like a rag doll and tosses him out of the ring. And then Stephanie gets in her face. She puts him in an arm lock or something. He twisted her arm like that, something like that. And then she tossed her out of the ring. So what does this mean? Are they gonna do something about this? Is this building to another WrestleMania match between Triple H and The Rock? Or was this just payback for him beating Sting? It was long, but I think I know why they did that, because they wanted to draw out so that it will become more darker for the next match. Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. First of all, that segment dragged on so long, they didn't even give a video package or promo to Bray Wyatt and the Undertaker. You just have Bray Wyatt come out to a very weird entrance where he had all the scarecrows come to life and walk with him, and he's holding this lantern, even though again it's not dark outside. This is the problem with having an open roof arena. So yeah, Bray Wyatt comes out, and then the Undertaker's bell hits. He comes out, and he's wearing that old cloak and the old hat, and again he looks like he did when he came back to fight Kane after he got buried alive, because that was the Return of the Dead Man. But he's never been stopping as the Dead Man. So he comes back, gets in the ring, and again, I was really not looking forward to this match, and it didn't disappoint me. It sucked. It really did. It was sloppy, it was out of play. There was some weird spots in the match, for example, where Bray Wyatt tosses Undertaker into the steel steps, and then he runs at him, and all of a sudden he ends up on the other side of the steps for no apparent reason. So, huh? And again, I was really sad when I saw that sign someone held up that says 23-0. I'll compliment Undertaker with this. He didn't look as bad as he did last year, but boy did he look bad. He's 50 years old. When is he gonna realize he has to hang up the boots? I'm honestly hoping he does have another match, because this was not the way to go out. He has this match with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt goes on the spider crawl thing, then Undertaker does the stand up thing like that, and Bray Wyatt catches him And when Undertaker hits the tombstone for the first time, I thought, oh, thank goodness, we're finally going to end. Kicks out. Shit. Then Bray Wyatt gets the upper hand, hits him with the... it's like, please let this be it. Kick out. Fuck. Okay. What next? We're going to continue. Bray Wyatt has him in a good position. Does the kiss with the Sister Abigail. He's about to hit it. Undertaker turns him around. Hits the tombstone. 1, 2. Thank goodness it's over. So yeah. Taker wins. 22-1. Not that it fucking matters. There was no streak on the line. Bray Wyatt just looks like a fool for losing to a 50-year-old man. The match was fucking sloppy. Bray Wyatt is finished. He's now lost 2 WrestleMania matches in a row. Once to John Cena and once to now to The Undertaker. He's done. It's over. He's fucking done. Oh, and by the way, since Sting just lost to Triple H, and after the match he did this sort of handshake with Triple H. So I am not seeing a Sting coming back for another match with Undertaker. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed Sting's first and only appearance. And I hope you enjoyed seeing Undertaker's last match be against Bray Wyatt in a very unsatisfying and boring and piece of crap match. You may have noticed that I've not liked most of the matches that have come up recently. So now we have half of the matches are good, even though I don't really agree with Daniel Bryan and Orton winning their respective matches. And well, actually, the Triple H match wasn't actually like. It was a good match up until the interference started. So yeah, you may have noticed the matches haven't been that good as of late. The matches have been very weird and sloppy and just not that good. I mean, in terms of match quality, they were good, but some of them are. So yeah, main event time. The match I was looking forward to the most, besides Sting and Triple H. It was to see what the hell WWE was going to do. Were they going to let Lesnar win? Or were they going to be fools and let Roman win? So both men come out. And Roman gets in Brock Lesnar's face, start beating, and they start fist bumping each other. And Lesnar gets the upper hand and hits the German suplex. And I notice that right off the bat, he's bleeding. Brock's bleeding from the cheek. Like, oh no! What the hell, Roman? You're botching already? You are really not ready for this. If you're gonna make someone bleed just immediately. Okay, then we move on. And Brock Lesnar starts kicking the shit out of Roman Reigns. You know, German suplex. And an F5 really early, but he doesn't even bother to pin him because that blood was enough to make Brock want to kill him. So he beats down on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gets a few moments of offense, and then Brock hits the second F5. 1, 2. He kicked out. Shit. Okay. So okay. They go out, they fight again, they keep going. Brock hits, I think it was the 8 suplexes, and then he picks him up for a third F5, I think. No, wait. I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the ring post thing happened first or if Brock hits this third F5 first. But either way, I'll just say that the ring post thing happened first. Roman Reigns gets tossed on the outside, and Brock starts beating the shit out of him. And then Roman is able to counter Brock and toss him into the ring post, and he starts gushing from the forehead. And it's like, holy hell, boss, Roman, what are you doing? Have nobody taught you how to do that spot safely? Or is it Brock that's fucking up? What the hell? I mean, I'm not against blood, but that was certain. I'm pretty sure that was not planned. Either way, they get both back in the ring, and Brock, frustrated now, picks him up for a fifth F5, tosses him around, slams him down. 1, 2. What the hell? How the fuck did he kick out of that? He just kicked out of 3 F5s. 3 F5s, the same thing that was used to kill The Undertaker last year. What the hell? And now I was starting to get worried. It's like, oh no, this is the wrong way to go by. And then Roman Reigns starts getting off, and he starts hitting Superman punch. Brock doesn't go down. Superman punch. Brock doesn't go down. A third Superman punch finally goes down, but he gets right back up. Roman Reigns then hits a spear. Brock gets back up, hits another spear, pins him. No, 1, 2. Oh, thank goodness. He kicked out. I was so worried he was going to hit that. Roman then cocks his fist, which is ridiculous. Slams the ground, gets ready to finish him off here with a Superman punch. Brock catches him, F5, but he's not able to make the pin. I was like, oh, come on, Brock, pin. I was pretty much like Paul Heyman. Like, come on, Brock, don't fall now. And then Rollins comes out. Runs down to the ring, catches him under the bank, mid-match. Like, can he do that? Like, he catches it, and then Lillian Garcia said, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins is cashing in his money in the bank. This match is now a triple threat match. But, holy shit, he can actually do it! And then immediately he goes out and tosses Roman and shoves Roman Reigns out of the ring, and he hits Brock with a curb stomp. And then he runs back to the well to see if Roman is truly down, and then he goes to do another curb stomp. Brock catches him in the F5, and I just thought, oh, here comes Roman Reigns. He's going to spear him. He spears Brock. Brock rolls out of the ring. Oh, by the way, there's one. I just remember there's one particularly nasty spot. I think it's after he kicks out of the second F5. Brock gets up and he takes off the gloves. Like, oh shit, he's going to do bare knuckle fighting. But yeah, like I said, Brock spears Roman spears Brock. Brock rolls out of the ring. Rollins capitalizes, curb stomp on Reigns. 1, 2. Yes! Holy shit! Yes! That was exactly what needed to happen. Brock did not lose to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns looked good, even though I don't agree with how he was booked. I mean, shit. I mean, you should. I mean, if he was hit with 2 F5s, I would have been fine with that. If Roman Reigns was able to stand up after that, but not 4 F5s. And that made Brock look super weak. But yeah, Rollins beats and wins the championship. He walks up to the ramp, stands tall, and the fans goes nuts. But they were so happy that Roman didn't win. And we end WrestleMania with the fireworks going off, and Seth Rollins standing tall on the ramp, holding that championship high. Excellent work. That was the perfect ending to WrestleMania right there. Great work. But I would like to state this for people. Just because the ending was great doesn't mean the rest of the show was really good. In my opinion, if people say one of the best WrestleManias ever, I have to disagree. I don't think this was one of the best WrestleManias ever. I think this was okay. The ending was great, but the rest of the show was meh. But yeah, it's over. WrestleMania is finally over. Am I gonna stick around? Yeah. For a little while, I'm gonna stick around a little bit. I'm probably not gonna watch WWE religiously, but I'll watch but you probably won't see any more videos from me on the subject. I'll probably start releasing videos again around the Royal Rumble, and at least when it comes to wrestling videos. In the meantime, or I'll release something if I feel like there's something I want to talk about when it comes to wrestling business. But as it stands right now, I am at the moment ready to just watch WWE somewhat, but at the same time I will watch. At the same time, I won't really release that much much more when it comes to wrestling video. So I think the next time I release a video is if I watch a movie. And the only movie I can think of right now that I want to watch now in these years, in recent times, will probably be in May when the Avengers 2 is coming out. So yeah, Wrestlemania, not the greatest ever, but one of the absolute best endings ever. Good night, or not good night, this another day. Wherever you are, at least watch the ending. It is a truly spectacle. And again, like I said last night, I believe in the future of Seth Rollins.